All right, guys. Hey, everybody get on your feet. Let's welcome these guys out. Football team, let's get it rolling, boys. We're going to welcome Jim from Kicker 1025 and Emily from Red River Credit Union. These guys are going to come out here and make a presentation to the Hawk football team real quick. Y'all give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Coach. Hawk Nation, what's up? I'm Jim Weaver from Kicker 102.5, part of the Jim and Lisa Wake Up crew. Thank y'all for letting us come out. This is Emily from Red River Credit Union, and they are the ones that sponsor the Kicker Cup every year. So we want to thank them for doing that. And we want to thank these guys for winning it this year. Congratulations, Coach. Can I get it? Look at these guys. What did you y'all grow up like that. That's fantastic. Look at that. Kicker Cup, everybody. Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck to you tomorrow night and the next one.
Thank you so much. Thank you to Kicker 1025 and Red River Credit Union. Appreciate both of you guys. Right here, just real quick, go off script. We had an all-district meeting today, and we can't announce the all-district selections till our football team's out of the playoffs, the last district team, which is us. But I can tell you there's 22 positions on a football field. We had 27 selections to the all-district team, which is huge with these guys. We were in a position where we had even some of our backup players that were getting onto all-district teams, which is awesome. Really thankful for that. 3 guys that I'm going to highlight, and do not put this out on Twitter and stuff because it's not supposed to go out on social media. But we did have the district MVP and Ben Harmon. Y'all can give him a hand. And he got the overall district MVP. There's 3 superlatives. We started off with that one. The second one was the offensive MVP for our district is Bruce Garrett. I know Bruce broke the school record last year. He's on pace to break the old school record this year, even though we have more production from other running backs. But a great career both of those guys have had, and they're both going down as record breakers. Another guy joins them who's also a record breaker, Defensive Player of the Year, Landon Jackson for the district. That's a really good sweep. The fact that all 3 of those guys, PG got all 3 of the superlatives, really proud of those guys, and be really fired up to put the other selections out by the time next week wraps up. Mr. Marshall wants to holler at everybody real quick. We're going to get him up here. Y'all welcome the best principal in the state of Texas right here, baby.
That's because we have the best students and the best high school in the state of Texas. I just want to take a moment with Coach Gibson. I know he recognized some of our students, but we have one other award we want to present today, and that is to Coach Gibson. Not only is Coach Gibson the greatest head football coach and athletic director in the state, he's also a great man and a molder of young men. And this week, we received notification from the UIL that Coach Gibson was selected as a UIL Sponsor of Excellence. This award identifies and recognizes outstanding sponsors who assist students in developing and refining their extracurricular talents to the highest degree possible within the educational system while helping them to keep their personal worth separate from their success or failure in competition. I think this is a great representation of Coach Gibson and the type of man he is. And I'm proud that he is here at Pleasant Grove High School. Proud to call him our head football coach. Proud to call him my friend. And Coach, we want to congratulate you. We want to present something to you right now. We also have a little something we put together we want to show for you right now as well. So if you'll turn your attention to the screen.
Talk about Coach Gibson. The first time I ever met Josh was at a baseball game, a playoff baseball game. And he'd just gotten hired. He was hadn't been to Texarkana a couple of hours. And I introduced myself and I said, Coach, what are your expectations? And the first thing he said is, we're going to win a state championship. We're going to win championships. And I kind of laughed and I said, Coach, let's just win more than we lose. And he said, no, we're going to win a state championship.
Coach Gibson, congratulations on being awarded the UIL Sponsor of Excellence Award. The UIL did a great job in selecting you for this award.
When he talks to these players, he doesn't talk to them about just wins and losses. He talks about the relationships they have with each other and how that is what is going to withstand and how their identity is not found in the outcome of a sporting event. Their identity is who they are as individuals, as brothers to each other, and the relationships that they have. I can't think of another person that deserves to be recognized as a UIL Sponsor of Excellence than Josh Gibson.
He's not just about X's and O's. He's not just about winning the games. He wants to see them be successful in a greater part of life. I've said to a lot of people as I've gotten to talk to our community folks about Coach Gibson, one of the things that I'm the most proud of is the way he involves the entire school in what's going on at PG. He didn't just change a football team. He changed a school culture, and he changed a community culture to having everybody believe that they can win in whatever they're a part of, whether it's football or basketball, some kind of sport, or whether it's band or cheerleading or the drama club. He goes to all the different events for the school, participates in them. He gets players to go and show up at those activities. He had football players this year go to our band competition and sit in the stands and pull for them. I don't know that that goes on at much of any other high school in our community or anywhere else where everybody's on the same team pulling for the same goals. And I don't think it was that way before Josh Gibson came to Pleasant Grove.
Coach Gibson, he does so much for us. He loves us. He's like a father to us. You truly do deserve this award and everything that's come to you and that is going to come to you, because you're an amazing person. You don't care about the wins, the losses. You truly just want us to learn something from football and to become a better man and a better person in his life to live. So we truly do love and appreciate every single thing that you do for us, Coach. And you deserve this award.
He goes full tilt all the time, and that full tilt and heart and soul is the definition of Josh Gibson, and we couldn't be more thankful without him. And not only would I not have, or we wouldn't have a ring on our finger, but I wouldn't be the same person I am today without Coach Gibson. He's even impacted me in a huge way I want to be a coach one day, and he's a huge reason for that. And I'm going to take on what he's taught me with the kids that I have, and everything I learned from him, I'm going to teach on, and I'm going to carry it on in the same way and fashion that he's done. So, Coach Gibson, you deserve this award, and thank you.
Your program's not about the wins and losses, but it's about developing young men. And I've never seen a program develop young men like you do it, and you and your team, and what you expect from your team, and how you're always growing your kids and teaching them the life lessons. I'm just so proud of you, and you're full tilt, heart and soul, 100% of the time, and that's why you are the best coach in the state of Texas.
Script today because we're here to honor these guys, but I can tell you one thing I learned from my dad a long time ago is football is coached by assistant coaches. It's a game for assistant coaches. There's 22 different positions. You have to have an unbelievable staff, and that's who helps us build these guys. And this coach, it starts with our assistant coaches, and it's all about these guys behind us, and they are excellence to me. And this thing says UIL a sponsor, but a sponsor is part of our school, and our school district is the thing that rates excellence to me, and this community does. So I think anything that we get recognized for is a culmination of everybody's efforts, and I just appreciate everybody here at Pleasant Grove. So thank you so much. All right, we'll roll back on script here a little bit. I want to give a shout out to 3 groups that make Friday night extremely special. And Friday nights would not be the same if you take any one of these groups away. And it starts right back here with these guys that get the music rolling for us each week. We love our Pride in Motion band. Then we got the most beautiful dancers in the state of Texas that always get awarded for excellence over here. And then we have our state champion, cheer program behind us right here. And coming back from these events at 2 o'clock in the morning can get tough. And I never one time heard any of our kids in any group complaining about that. And I told Mr. Marshall this week, I said, man, I want to do something different. I hope that we can advance this week. That's our plan, and I hope we can rock and roll again next week. But if we can, my promise to you guys and to show y'all how thankful we are for everything that you guys bring and your parents for the support that they give you guys and give our program is we're going to pull some money out of our football budget and get a medal on every showstopper, on every band member, and every cheerleader we have because you guys are part of this Friday night experience. And so we got a lot to do tomorrow to get there, and that would be just a token of our appreciation. But we're thankful for all of their parents. We're thankful for those spirit groups that make Friday night special, and just wanted to give a quick shout out to them. So with that said, we're going to slide these guys off over here and bring out our cheer program, sponsored by Cheryl Hopkins, to give us a performance. Rock and roll. Hey, let's get on our feet and welcome these cheerleaders. Let's go. All right, let's welcome to the floor our showstoppers, led by sponsor Corey DePriest. Let's bring them out. All right, want to introduce a group real quick who's really helped take Pleasant Grove to another level. One thing that we're proud of all these groups when they have successes, they go out and they spread the PG brand. And when we get first place at state like we did a couple of years ago with the cheerleading team or the football team, or we go win national recognitions with our showstoppers or any group we have, it spreads that PG brand. And this year we were able to kind of take that and have a unique opportunity with a guy who had a great vision to not just market Pleasant Grove, but area schools in Texarkana, and that's Morgan Smith with Texarkana Game Day. Come on out here, Morgan, and bring Craig with you too. The greatest quarterback from Texas high history. We're bringing him out. These two guys here, though, it kind of started with the video, and then Morgan racked his brain, and I think he's given Texarkana area athletes a chance to see what ESPN Game Day does for college athletes, and their videos have gone viral. They've touched over hundreds of thousands of people on Twitter. Some of their best videos that they've marketed for us about our facility upgrades and stuff. We got calls from Montana and Washington asking how we were able to do that stuff, and those people up there never see that without the hard work that they did. So I'm going to let them talk a little bit about their journey, the impact that they've made, some things they've seen, and then they've got a hype video created for us. So Morgan and Craig, you guys take it away.
Round of applause for Hawk Nation. I got a call from Morgan maybe early August, and he said he wanted to start this football show, and I was all for it. The only thing I told Morgan was if we're going to do it, let's do it to the best of our ability. We have a short staff, but we've been trying to cover everything. We know we do a lot of football, but we want to do all sports. It's about the cheerleaders, the showstoppers. It's just about you guys in general, the cheerleaders, the fans in the stands. We want to highlight everybody. We do it because when I was in school, we weren't able to go back and look at videos and stuff as easy as it is nowadays. So when he told me we were going to do it, I was all in. And the first week we got out there, and it's probably 270 degrees, but we made it through it. And after we did that first show, the next week we instantly got better. And I think we've gotten better each week. And I was telling Coach Gibson, just being out here at every school, just being on the sideline, getting to meet some great kids. I started out kind of back near the stands, and each week it seemed like I got closer and closer to the field, and then I started giving out fist bumps. Coach said I called to play last week. I was on the sideline last week. Somehow Coach Gibson ended up in my arms. So this has truly been something great. I love doing it because if you know me, I love kids. I love sharing knowledge about football, life, anything. And Game Day has allowed me to do that. So I just want to say thank you guys, and I'm going to turn it over to Morgan.
Hey, so listen, we put Game Day together in 2 weeks, right before football season. I had a conversation with Coach Gibson. It came together that fast. Had a great vision for it. But being around, what makes it work is the fans, the kids, the coaches. Everybody has to have buy-in. And, just like a head coach, I have people I want to thank. Aaron Whitehead puts all of our video stuff together, along with Brandy Kirkland. My wife Jennifer's starting to learn how to do a little editing. Of course, Craig, everybody you see on the Game Day set are doing it because they love to do it. Nobody's being paid. So shout out to everybody that's helping out with it. It's been great, guys. Everywhere we go, we were in Paul Hewitt this week, and people are asking me, how do we compare up to Pleasant Grove? And I'm like, yeah, you probably do all right, But it's I don't have to tell you all this, but what I've taken from y'all when I spoke to Paul Hewitt the other day, I said, hey, get to state, live your dream, but don't forget this moment because it doesn't happen very often. And that probably doesn't mean the same thing as it does to y'all, but to all these other football programs, players in the area, they're definitely looking at what y'all are doing on a daily basis. I want to thank everybody here for following us on Game Day. The videos we do, they take a lot of time. Basketball, baseball, softball, track, we're going to do all of it. So with that being said, let's run this hype video. Go Hawks.
Then we have 3 standards here, and the first one is state. It's on our shirts, it's on everything we do. We want to be the best football program in the state of Texas. We want to have the best players in the state of Texas, the best community servers in the state of Texas, the best students. And everything we do, we want to be the best in state.
The Pleasant Grove Hawks football team rolled into the 2019 season with big dreams and even bigger expectations. Their goal is to make a 3rd consecutive trip to the UIL state championship game at AT&T Stadium and to bring home a 2nd championship trophy. What makes this season different than 2017 and 2018? The answer is pressure. The Hawks were preseason ranked #1 in the state of Texas. They have been ranked #1 all season minus 1 week. People have said anything less than a championship would be a letdown. But this group of Hawks, led by the most successful senior class in Pleasant Grove history, have proven to thrive under that pressure.
Hey, we wouldn't want it any other way. All right, hey, there's been a lot of drama in this precinct. It is tonight, all right? They got to pay a price for what they said tonight, all right? Hey, let's go up there and play hard and not take our foot off the gas, all right? Let's go, hey, let's take it to them. Just like, hey, just like what they asked for.
The second standard that we have is heart and soul. And in no better place do people put their heart and soul into athletics, into a school district than Pleasant Grove. That's why I love it here so much. Our kids love each other, our coaches love our kids like they're our own, and our community members, the way that they interact with us and the way that they support us, our parents, it's second to none. And that's a standard that's probably as important to us as anything because it's relational. The third standard that we have is full tilt, and that's our speed. Everything we do is full tilt. We go through life, and we have a lot of different areas that we have to succeed in, and we're going to attack those things at one speed, and that's full tilt. And that reason is that we have no regrets at the end of the day. There's 0 regrets on us coming up short. And we've given all we have. And that's a promise to our community this year is we're going to give everything we have to this season, to our school district and to our community. We are going to go full tilt.
This group of Hawks, led by the most successful senior class in Pleasant Grove history, have proven to thrive under that pressure. At this point in the season, they hold a record of 13 wins and only 1 loss. The offense has scored 627 points with more games still to play. That total is more than the 2018 team and only 68 points shy of 2017. The defense has only allowed 243 points to be scored while playing multiple state-ranked teams. 2 school records have already been broken, while 3 others hang in the balance for this week. These Hawks are full tilt. Last week, the Hawks went into Lobo Stadium for a game that many thought would be very close. The Gilmer Buckeyes have long been the district and even region favorite, but after a 5th consecutive victory by the Hawks, we can safely say that the Grove Boys have changed that history. It was a statement win. They wanted the world to know that the Hawks' success has not been an accident, but the ultimate goal has not yet been achieved. 2 games remain, one dependent on the other. We will look the enemy in the eyes. We won't back down. We won't falter. We will stand together and we will finish the task. We will claim what is rightfully ours because we are Hawk Nation.
Hey, will you put that jingle back up that Bass created? So, Texarkana Game Day, that's their jingle. They wanted a jingle kind of like ESPN that when they show a video, that it's kind of like na-na-na, right? And then you show it. And so Texarkana Game Day is here to stay. They're going to be here for a long time. And our own Bass East did that within about 25 minutes, and I think it sounds better than the ESPN one. One more time, let's get it. Pretty good. That's awesome. So hopefully we'll be hearing that a lot more. We got to get everybody out of here, so I'll say this one thing. It came up 2 times in the video. Mr. Stanfield said it. This is the most successful senior class to come through Pleasant Grove. Most wins, have a chance to go back-to-back state titles. We've gone 5 rounds deep, 3 years in a row. Y'all get on your feet for these seniors real quick and give them a round of applause. All right, super thankful for that. 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we have swarmed the star, and we have outshined our opponents 2 times with our fans. Get everybody there, and rock and roll Hawk Nation. Thank y'all for coming.